Bigger round of applause for that panel, please. Thank you so much. This has been an incredible afternoon in a million different ways. I am incredibly inspired by all of the work that is happening around the country for sure, but especially right here in Georgia and especially around Atlanta. To help us round out this portion of the program, I'd like to welcome to the stage somebody who's become a good friend of Food Tank, and that's Rachel Ferencik, the CDC Foundation's Director of Non-Infectious Disease Programs, who has been absolutely instrumental in helping to put this national strategy into action. And please make sure you stay with us because there's still a lot more to come. After this conversation, we're going to head into our breakout sessions, where you'll have a chance to reflect on what you've heard today, the voices that we're missing in the room, and what you think needs to happen next. And then we have a really great reception with wonderful food and beverages. So, hey, Rachel.
Hi, Danny.
How's it going?
Good. It's great.
I'm wondering what you thought of today.
Oh, it's incredibly exciting. Loved it. Can I tell everyone a little bit about the CDC Foundation really quickly?
Absolutely.
I see the clock ticking, but I've found out recently that everybody knows who the CDC is, but not everyone knows who the CDC Foundation is. And as I'm doing more work in the hunger, nutrition, health space, I'm realizing that a lot of folks don't know the CDC Foundation. We are a nonprofit that was established by Congress over 25 years ago to help mobilize resources for the CDC. And our sweet spot is really around public-private partnerships. So that's what we do. And that was why we were invited to help support the White House in the strategy. And we were working with them to help create these commitments and these various partnerships.
No, it's amazing work, and it's all coming together very quickly and significantly, and all of these partnerships and collaborations have happened. I wonder from this event today, was there an aha moment for you where you were like, oh, that's really interesting, I haven't heard that before?
Gosh, there were a lot of great aha moments. First of all, I really wanted to shout out to Sabrina and Love, because the future of this work is really exciting, and these change makers, if the two of them are examples of who else is out there doing this work, it's really exciting. So I also wanted to one of the things that Dr. Scott Johnson said earlier, I think is just really important to underline again, and that is, that we have the skills and the resources. We probably have all the food. Yeah. That's needed in order to end hunger. We just really need the will. There were a few other areas I wanted to just highlight quickly.
Please.
The importance of culture was really evident as I heard folks talk today. Cultural relevance in the food, the way that students are trained as compassionate scholars. Right. I loved that phrase.
Me too.
That's really exciting. Consumers, right? The power that we have as consumers, I think is really important, and it makes me think of just, myself and the decisions I make as a consumer. Being a smart food citizen is really important, right? But also was really reminded, from, some things that Kellyanne mentioned. Not all consumers have equal access to the resources, and so if we aren't focusing on the social drivers of health, then we're really going to be increasing the disparities between those who have access to good, healthy food, healthy outcomes. It's just going to grow. The importance of community, that decisions that we're all making are really informed by community, listening to community, the importance of local farmers. That was a fabulous panel on the conversation of farmers and justice, mm-hmm. And making sure that we're reinvesting in the communities. That's really powerful. What works in one community doesn't work in all. Right. And so I think Alistair talked about it was what they're doing is an example of what success looks like. So one of the things we at the CDC Foundation want to do with all the commitments that came out of the White House conference is to help lift up those examples of what success can look like. And then lastly, collaboration and partnerships. Making those connections. The CDC Foundation, we are not here to help. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. We really want to help make connections. We want to help people who maybe haven't been connected to get connected.
Right. I'm wondering what you think the people who have been here all day and the people watching online, they're probably sort of itching to get involved. What advice do you give to them?
Well, there's tons of ways to get involved in Georgia, and I wish I could just name everyone. I wanted to say that the CDC Foundation's Hunger, Nutrition, and Health work, we now have a website called impacthunger.org, and we'll welcome, would love for you to reach out. We're still building, so that's one way to find out all the commitments the White House made, and we're finding new ways to help build those connections.
And just finally, what's next? What's next for the CDC Foundation and the administration? What can we expect to see unfold over the next few months?
Well, it is important to us that we help continue to raise up these different partnerships, these commitments, but we also play a role in the accountability that folks have said they're going to do certain things, and we want to help ensure that those happen. We'll do that through tracking and some evaluation. We are going to continue to do webinars probably every few months. We are really thrilled to be able to do a convening here in Georgia later, and we'll be working with several partners that have been up on the stage today, so we're really excited about that.
That's great. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to look forward to. I want to thank Rachel and all of her colleagues at the CDC Foundation, as well as the team at the White House, for all of their very, very hard work on these issues. Please give Rachel a round of applause.
Thank you
so much. This has been a tremendous afternoon, and today's summit will not end with these conversations. Over the next 6 months, we will be reaching out to participants about an opportunity to join us virtually, to share updates on your work in the food movement, reflect on and celebrate the progress that has been made, and discuss the barriers and obstacles that still persist. And so we'll be in touch about that convening very soon. I want to thank all of the speakers and Rose and everyone else again. Please give them a round of applause for participating. I want to personally thank you, all of you who joined us in person and online, for being here on a beautiful, 85-degree day in Atlanta, Georgia, when you could have been outside. And I really appreciate that you all stuck it out and were with us and contributed in so many different ways. I want to thank our amazing partners, Emory University and Spelman College. Please give them a huge round of applause. A huge thanks to Mode Events and Andres Martinez and Jose Cardenas for producing today's program. They deserve a huge round of applause. My co-founder, Bernard Pollack, and our staff, Elena Seeley and Kenzie Wade, for all of their work behind the scenes. They are amazing to work with, and I love them so much. Round of applause, please. And thank you to our amazing volunteers from Spelman College and Emory University for all of their support. They're amazing to work with. Round of applause. And we can say goodbye to the live stream audience. They have been with us all day, and we're wishing them a wonderful upcoming week. You can email me for any feedback or comments at Danielle@foodtank.com. So give them a round of applause. All right, for all of you who are here in person, we ask that you stay seated for just a couple more minutes so I can give you instructions about the breakout groups. These breakout groups are really, really important in terms of you giving feedback directly to the CDC Foundation and the White House to ensure that we have the greatest impact from this event. They're really an opportunity to respond to what you've heard today, tell us who was missing in the room, tell us what we did wrong, and make sure that we can ensure that your comments are part of the Biden-Harris administration's for their consideration as they work to advance the national strategy. So we have 3 breakouts to choose from. each on a different topic. And if you find that a breakout is full, please, select another one to join. So the first breakout is right here in this room, and it will be on community-based efforts to improve local food environments. And so again, right here in this room, if you want to join that, that's group number 1, don't leave. Breakout session 2 will be over here. Thank you so much. And that will be on the role of food business and increasing access to healthy foods. So again, breakout room 2 is over there. And our third breakout session will focus on good food purchasing for farmers, eaters, and the planet. And it will be right there. So you can either be here, there, or there. And don't forget to join us at 5:15 p.m. for a reception where you'll be able to continue these conversations. That'll be over there in rooms 1, 2, and 3, right, Kenzie? The reception's right over there, yes. And so you'll be able to meet today's speakers and continue the conversation. So I want to thank the partners who made that reception possible, including Emory Catering, Bonterra Organic Estates, and Bonnet Petite Management Company. Thank you all so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Enjoy the breakouts.